All right, ladies and gentlemen, back at it, Pi Piggies, for the Odroid XU4, much more powerful than the Raspberry Pi 3 and B+, and thus you get some really cool Dreamcast games, Naomi games, Sega Saturn is running really good on here, PSP games running really good, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and then you have all those other retro games like Nintendo, PC Engine, Nintendo DS, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, all that fun stuff, still running great. And the team ORA released the base image. So this is the fully loaded first 256 gigabyte. It still needs a lot of work. There's little things here and there, but you know, as far as a loaded base image for the Odroid, this one definitely can please many of you. So let's take a deeper look. Alright, so on initial boot, I've noticed there isn't any background music. I did set up my controls, and this is looking just fine. It has a lot of those scripts from Easy Hacks when you go to options. You know, it's not as good as the Raspberry Pi Retropie. It doesn't it doesn't take as many controllers. It doesn't have as many scripts on it, things like that. But where it lacks in those areas, it makes up in performance. So that's really where you're looking at here. If previous to this, they released a 128 gigabyte, a 200 gigabyte, and now the 256. So really milking that, getting each one along the way. But here we are. Now we have 14,802 games. So you can compare. I didn't see exactly where they put a lot more games, but you'll be able to see here that I think they added a few more systems and just added a few more ROMs in certain systems as well. And what I wanted to show you first was, we go to Retropie. You have your Arena toolbox, fan controls, soft reboot, toggle your background music, turn it off, Wi-Fi, things like that. The bezel project is not pre-installed. Like, you have the script here, but it's not installed yet. If you want bezels, you might want to turn that on. And the Odroid has either 3 or 4 USB ports, but I'm running this in the Odroid Nintendo 64 case, and it's really cool because it supports that mini display, and you can run it with Retropie, which was a kind of a big deal. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. So Sega Saturn, here's actually where a lot more games were added. I think they only had like 15 or 20 before. So quite a bit more Sega Saturn games. And this emulator is getting better and better. They set up your controls out of the gate now. So my Xbox 360 controller, for example, works right out of the gate with this. And there were some cool games for Sega Saturn. And these all work decent. Some better than others. But like the Die Hard arcade game, one of my favorites, it actually runs really good on the Raspberry Pi. So that's really cool, amongst many other titles as well. Scum Game, you got 53. The Sega 32X, 33. Sega CD, 49 games here, so that's quite a few of those. The CD-based games are what takes up a lot of space. Super Famicom, 363. SG-1000, 68. Super Nintendo, 567, Super Graphics 5, TurboGrafx 16, 92, Vectrex 23, Odyssey 52, Virtual Boy 24, WonderSwan, no, just WonderSwan color, non-black and white, Sharp X1 17, 68,000, 387, Infocom the Zorks, ZX Inquilator 1000, 3DO. A lot of these games run really well as well. This game always creeped me out as a kid. I don't know why. The Alone in the Dark. Well, I guess it is kind of a scary game, but still, Flashback, really classic game. So some cool 3DO games as well that run really well. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Amiga 1591. You may have to change your processor on there. Yeah, start Amiberry and go ahead and change to the AGA processor. I've done that on previous videos. My last few videos, I showed that how to do that. So check those videos if you need help there, but it's really easy. CPC Amstrad 211. Arcade Classic is 2187, and that's a lot of games for sure. I just want to see a few games on here. Salamander's on here, and this should play some more heavier arcade games. Like, I was just thinking like Soul Calibur. Oh, it's not on here, is it? No, but it should play Soul Calibur. And some more graphically intense games. And as you see, there's a lot. A lot of those will run on the Pi too, but, a little extra performance can go a long way in some of those games. Atari 2600, 650, 5281, 7858, 8-bit, 335, Atari Lynx 76. Some more Naomi titles here. running on the Rycast emulator, Commodore 64, 1572, ColecoVision, 116 games here. Daphne, what? 78. Okay, so that's not actually correct. But as you see, one is about 5, 10, 14 games here. Dreamcast, 48 games. Okay, so here's where they added a few more games. And Dreamcast runs great on this thing. Some cool RPGs, you know, Jet Set Radio, MST, Power Stones, Shenmue. Okay, so those are just CDs. So actual games is probably closer to 40. Family Computer System 386, Family Computer Disk System 87, Game & Watch 54, Game Gear 49, Game Boy 167. I'm going fast through these. Game Boy Advance only 194, but you know, a lot of that is bloatware, the 1,000 Game Boy Advance games. Game Boy Color 377 and Television 121. Kodi, so Kodi will run better on this system. So some people use it. I'm not going to judge. I know a lot of people use it for different things, but at the end of the day, it's a great media player, whatever kind of media you're playing on that thing. So, and it'll run better than it does on the Pi. Sega Master System 344, Mega Drive, also known as Genesis 514, Mega Drive for the Japan 179, MSX1 439, MSX2 83, Nintendo 64 189, Naomi 117, and I believe, wow, yeah, that's quite a collection there. And a lot of these games run great. Again, you might be missing a few video snaps here and there, and there's some duplicates here as well because it's CD based. So you're probably only going to get close to like 60 or 50 games here. Nintendo DS 111, Neo Geo 136, Nintendo 730, PC Engine CD-ROM 10 of these. PC Engine 193, PCFX. This wasn't working in the 128 gigabyte, but it was fixed with the 200 and the 256 gigabyte ports. So a lot of little fun games here, fun to play. There's a cool Zelda hack. PSP 25. So you'll see in a moment, Ratchet & Clank does not run that well, but a lot of these other games run great. You can run them up to 3x, 4x sometimes. PSP Mini's a little dump here. 321 Super Crash being one of my favorites, but there are some games here that can benefit from the extra performance of the Odroid. PlayStation 37, so still better than the PlayStation Mini. And back to Retropie. I'm already stoked about this.
The time of retribution. Battle 1. Decide the destiny.
I was blocking. Get on my horse and get out of here.
Win round.
Alright, so that's running really good. A game that typically lags a lot. I mean, I've played a lot of them. 007 I've played in the past a lot of times on Odroid. Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat does, as well as Killer Instinct runs really good. Cruising the World, I believe, will run. Conker's Bad Fur Day runs great. Diddy Kong Racing runs great on the Pi too. Donkey Kong runs great. This really does open up the Nintendo 64 catalog. It's running really good. Looks great too. This tunnel's a little emptier. Oh. What a game, what a game. Feels like a Supra. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, right? Alright, whoa. Those center dividers really need to get out of the way. Could you please? Trying to win a race here. We'll put those there anyways. Alright, I'm in 10th. Wow, I avoided that one, didn't I? Did I get 9th? Alright. Moving on up in the world, about to get 8th. Alright, this hunting, this is what I like. Oh. Which is the underdog. Coming up from the back of the pack. Gonna wreck everyone on the course. Alright, about to get top 5 here. What is this, the Manhattan Bridge? No. This is the Brooklyn Bridge, right? No? Oh! I'm gonna go over the jump. Yeah. Go over the jump again. Alright, 7th place. 6th place. Wow, that dude has his shirt off too. It's a celebration for everyone. Okay, so that's running really good. Let's, I don't have high hopes for this. Let's try Cruising USA. But man, are these fun games. You can play 2-player. This is running really good so far. Here's where you would get the lag normally. There's that lag. But I think once we get going here, where the Pi just can't handle it, I think once we get moving, it should be alright. So definitely still a little laggy, but totally playable. I imagine if I like get stuck with a lot of players on the screen, how the heck did I land that? Whoa. Get wrecked, kid. So there you go. You had like 4 players on the screen at the same time. Not too much stutter. So run really good. First place. Get out of my kitchen. There you go. Checkpoint. And this little purple Ferrari really has it out for me. Oh, he's gonna try to go around that guy. Now, mind you, I'm not on a very hard difficulty. There you go, a little laggy. It's actually a little laggy here. Okay, so that gives you a good idea there. PSP games. Played Gran Turismo the last time. Let's try Ratchet and Clank and see how that runs. Try Ridge Racer. I would like to change the view. It's actually running all right. Let's see if the frames get on.
That's not good.
But I really want to change the view. let's go ahead and up the res just really quick and see what that does. Boy, does that look a lot better though. Oh. Oh. Just gotta whip that thing around left and right. This looks really good. Yes, you get a little slow down when we have these big scenes. But once you get in this tunnel, it should speed back up. But it looks good. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that drift, baby. Oh, a little overcorrection there. See 100% here. But as you get to the big city, no, that's pretty good. This looks really good, though. 2x. Oh, shit, sideways. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can pass it. I'm gonna go up the inside here.
This shouldn't be a problem.
That kid.
Not even a count.
You never had your car. Alright, let's get to the finish here. 9th place, baby. I think it's this one. I'm just trying to get the hang of this game here. Alright, let's trip this hard. I think we can get this dude straight up. Get wrecked, kid. Perfect. All right, that's at 100%. Let's go ahead and up these settings. All right, now we're getting a little lag at 3x, but 2x was looking good and running perfect. Let's see how 3x runs. Looks way prettier. Whoa, now this guy means business. Come on. Come on, finish him. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So 3x still running. Good. You win. Nice. Get ready for your next battle. Let's up it up again. I really think 4x are going to start seeing a issue, but you know, might as well push it. Yeah, there you go. So now we're dropping. Not too bad though. You can probably run it at 4x. I'm freaking breaking up the dirt here. That's how hardcore we are. Alright, so it's still running good for it. I guess we gotta really bump this thing up till we get it to bog. Alright, now we're starting to get there. Oh. And now it's lagging. It's a little screen shaking too, but textures look great. Damn. Finally. Alright. So there you have it. This is the pipiggies 256 gigabyte Odroid image. It's by no means perfect. if I was to, this is kind of the one I'm using now, but what I would do is I would add those bezels. I would make some adjustments with the video snaps, fixing that kind of that stuff. Maybe delete some games, add some games. Like I would like to see some more Nintendo 64 games myself. Maybe add some more Sega Saturn games, PlayStation games, and maybe get rid of some of the other stuff that I don't play very often, but that's really specific to my gaming needs. But the cool thing about the Odroid is you can, especially with that Nintendo 64 case or with the external USB hub, you could play a lot of these games 4-player, like Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast, and those are just a ton of fun. And now you don't have to worry about them lagging because you have the Odroid XU4. Now, obviously, as some people have commented, why not just get an old Dell computer? And I've made videos about that, or use an old laptop. And absolutely, you could do that, but this is kind of, as far as the single board computers go, you also have the Asus, is it Asus or Acer? Asus. Their mini computer, it's like, I can't think of it right now, but they have one that competes with the Raspberry Pi, and then there's some others as well. And as far as single board computers go, the Odroid has gotten a lot of support, not as much as the Raspberry Pi, but a lot more support, and the Team ORA base image is definitely proving to be very promising. So that's really, really cool. And with that, if you have an Odroid, hopefully we see some further development, but in its current state, that Dreamcast and Nintendo 64 sweet spot, it's kind of scratching that, where the current releases of the Raspberry Pi, even though we just got a new Pi, even with that new one, which isn't really performance heavy, it's more for mobile or for portable, the Odroid gets you with that little bit of extra money. So that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. As far as this image, I'd give it an A based on the fact that there's not a lot of other images out there, but somebody could totally outdo this one pretty quick by just, kind of cleaning stuff up. This is more of they threw a bunch of stuff on there, a bunch of ROM packs, things like that, and then left the rest to you guys to figure out, which is totally fine because the base image itself was pretty good, so it makes a decent image. So that's what I think. Again, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.